Morning, happy Monday. It's wonderful to be with all of you today. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Sunflower. So glad you're here. Oh gosh, you know what I forgot to do? I had oh my gosh. Had something else up that I was going to put in the chat and then I forgot to put it in there. Oh no, it's going to be one of those mornings. All right. So I am here in the US. We are heading into Thanksgiving week. And I tell you, it is, for me, I don't know about you all, but for me, I feel like once Halloween hits, I blink and it's the next year. Like just those whole 2 months, November and December, just, I don't know, they just evaporate. It's incredible how fast they go. So I'm astonished that we are already almost at Thanksgiving again. And I just wanted to take a minute before we get started to say thank you to all of you who come week after week, who whether you put any responses in the chat room or not, but that you're here or you go back and watch the video later, but that you are participating with these live streams and then with the videos. I'm so grateful because it's not just the energy that I'm bringing in the channeling, but it's your energy in saying yes and participating in it that really helps this whole endeavor thrive. And I can't tell you how many times, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like thousands because it isn't remotely, but like more than I ever thought possible, people show up at retreats and I'll ask them, and I don't know them, and I'll say, oh, how did you find Mother and I? And they'll say, oh, just YouTube. Like I just literally stumbled upon one of Mother's videos, and 5 or 10 minutes into watching the video, I just fell in love with her. And I knew I had to be here and spend time with her in her presence. And none of that is possible without all of you. People cannot find Mother through this platform without you. And that means a lot to me. And so I just, sorry, I'm tearing up. But I just really want to humbly say thank you. I love doing these with all of you, and I'm grateful that together we are creating a way so that other people can find Mother, all over the world. And I heard a story from someone in the community. This was like a year ago. Her friend was in Belgium at like some kind of a dinner party, and she ended up talking to this man. And I don't know how it came out about Mother's videos here with me, but he was like, oh yeah, I watched Danielle channel Mother. I love her videos. So it was a random, I mean, it's just, it's bigger than we know, and it's more subtle than we know. It's touching people that I'll never know about. I mean, I might hear, occasionally, and it's those little stories that really keep me grateful and happy for doing this. But in the larger scope, we'll just never know how many people are being touched and served by these videos every day. So you make it possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those of you that celebrate, and you're in the US and you celebrate Thanksgiving on, at least by our calendar, I truly wish you a wonderful day of gratitude, just filled with gratitude. There may be things in your life that you feel like are missing, but there's also an enormous amount of things in your life that are present and are wonderful, and people who love you and people whom you love. And when it comes down to it, maybe that's really why we're here. It's just to love and be loved in the best way that we know how. So much, much, much gratitude. My heart is overflowing. Thank you. My cup runneth over. That's always my vision of that line in that song. My cup runneth over. I always think of my heart overflowing with love and joy and gratitude, and most especially connection with all of you. All right. Good to see you all here. Holly and Ravenheart, Jane, Anne Marie, Julietta, Judy, and Kathleen, thank you so much for being here. All right, let's dive in. Well, hold on a second. I did tear up. Now I have to get a Kleenex. Sorry about that. Oh my God. Ah. Mm. Just love you all, really. I do. All right. Mm. Mm. Hello, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be here with you today. In honor of this day of giving thanks that is coming up in the country in which Danielle dwells. I would like to talk about gratitude. I have done talks on this many times in the past, and you can find other videos on this, but today I'm going to talk a little bit about it, but then I want to do a meditation on gratitude. Every moment that you are alive in a human body, your moment-to-moment experience is going to be a mixture of shadow and light. Some moments you will feel more aligned with your shadow, and some moments you will feel more aligned with your light. And when you are feeling too aligned with your shadow, that can trigger fears, a fear response within you. And believe it or not, beloved ones, it can also get triggered when you feel you are too aligned with the light. Because when you are moving deeply into seemingly one or the other, you are not leaving the other behind, right? The deeper you go into shadow, your light goes with you. But what happens is that you are being given a sort of immersion experience, right? Where it seems as though everything is of shadow, but your light goes with you into the depths, so that if you need, or when you are ready, or if you are willing, you can always feel that there is light, that there is something positive, that you are all right. And the same with the light. When you go so deeply into the light, your shadow follows. Because when you go so deep into the light, you are dissolved into the nothing and the everything. And yet you still have to provide a roof over your head, earn a living, deal with your relationships, interact with people, right? So the shadow is there within the light, not to say, oh, your life is all negative, and but to remind you that you still have a body, and that body requires care, and that you still have a home, and that home requires your effort, your care, your attention, right? The light and the shadow always keep you balanced. But during those times when shadow seems to be the predominant experience, or your perception is that things are not going well, look to gratitude, to shift that perspective, to help you to become willing to see the light within the shadow, to see that the light is co-creating or existing alongside your shadow. It can be easy, whether your mind is focused on shadow or light, it can be easy to fall into that all or nothing, black and white thinking that creates its own limitations, that can sometimes imprison you in a state of depression or melancholy, or it can imprison you in a way of thinking about the light that is an exertion of control, that you are trying to define it, or you're trying to put that light in a particular structure or box and demand that it stay there and live only in that structure, right? Thereby setting you up for possible hurt and problems in the future. Gratitude can help shift that black and white thinking. It can help you not just to mentally remind you, but to help you feel that there is more to what you might be perceiving, to what you might be thinking, to what you might be feeling. That there is more mixture of shadow and light than you might be willing to perceive in any particular moment, hour, or day. And gratitude is not to be used to talk you out of your emotions or your feelings. If anger comes up, or sadness, or a mixture of those, you don't need to use gratitude to talk yourself out of those emotions. Those are natural reactions or bubbling up of an experience, and should not be repressed or ignored or denied. But what gratitude does is it helps you then not to get hooked into a mindset around those emotions, right? So if you are triggered to anger, then oftentimes the old worn patterns in your mind say, I'm angry, I have been hurt by someone else, or someone is trying to deceive me, to sabotage me, right? It's easy to fall into that victim mode. And once you are there, that can lead to deeper anxiety and depression. It can be tough to get yourself out, or to allow me to help you out. But gratitude simply helps you to feel whatever you need to feel without making a story about it, without then taking that next step into old behavioral patterns, thought patterns, mindsets, assumptions, expectations, and judgments. Gratitude simply invites you to feel whatever you're feeling and to be grateful for the emotions. It can be a catharsis. It can bring inspiration. It can spur you into healthy action. If you allow yourself to pause and just feel what you need to feel long enough to feel it, and then move on to action. Gratitude reminds you that you are all right within the feeling, that you don't need a story around the feeling. You don't need to get hooked into an old story, a new story. You don't need to hook into assumptions about the other people involved in the situation. Gratitude helps you to just stay focused on you. What are you experiencing? What are you feeling? And give yourself time to feel it before you leap to, I have to do something about it. They're doing this, so I have to do this. It's so tempting, beloved ones. It's so very tempting because it can be sometimes the last thing you consider to be grateful for whatever you're feeling, especially when it comes to what is perceived as more negative emotions. But emotions don't really become negative until you get lost in them, until you get so deeply hooked into them that you are unwilling and then sometimes unable to let go of them. So I'm inviting you, I'm encouraging you to welcome gratitude. And here's the slight refinement of your perception. You don't have to be grateful that whatever has happened. That might be a little premature. But you can be grateful for yourself and the experience that you are having, and that you are able to have it. Meaning, your emotions, your feelings are one of, if not the greatest gift of being a human being. They bring your life from black and white into color. They provide depth, expansion, the ability to feel extraordinary. And yet it is part of your ordinary everyday life. You are blessed, beloved ones. And so when you feel that you are veering off too much into negativity, or you are experiencing anger or sorrow or frustration, regret, self-sabotage, deep hurt, betrayal, bring yourself to this meditation that we are about to do. And see if it can shift your inner world in such a way that you come to peace with whatever you're feeling. And that will lead you into peace with whatever is happening. Not so that you can avoid your feelings, but so you can let yourself have them without being encumbered by the mind. So bring yourself to a comfortable and supported position to meditate. This is not going to be long. I'm going to make this easy to do, easy to remember, and with enough power to shift in the moment. Close your eyes and begin your deep breathing. And with each breath, relax your mind and ground yourself into your body so that you are centered and present in this moment, this heartbeat, this breath. Let us focus in your heart chakra, this center of life. This center of love. The great equalizer, and that which provides balance in all things. Feel the love inside you and all around you. Love that is not dependent on a person, a thing, a place, a being, or even yourself. Feel the love that simply is. Breathe it in and breathe it out. Let it flow through your consciousness, your body, your being. Now feel your life centered in your heart. And imagine that your entire past spirals out from your heart. Every person, every experience, every joy, every pain, every hurt, every laugh, feel it spiral out from your heart. Expanding all through your past and your present. With the energy of love. Every breath expands this spiral of love that begins at the epicenter of your heart, out into your life. From the moment of conception to this moment, right now. Feel the love that is flowing into you and out through this spiral, saturating every moment of your life. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. You love You love. You love. This, beloved ones, is gratitude. This moment, here and now. It is big enough and wide enough for you to be yourself, to feel what you feel, to know what you know, to not know what you don't know. To miss what you miss, to mourn what you mourn. To do what you will. There is space for all of you. There is room here within gratitude for you, shadow and light. Your life and every moment you have lived it is a precious experience. The spiral of love is cherishing every moment of you. Now you understand. And that deep understanding of self is the birth of gratitude. of giving thanks for all that has been and all that is. And feeling that energy spill over into all that is to come. It is here within love that you can feel your gratitude. That it moves from a concept to an experience. One that expands you more fully into light and into peace. Now take a deep breath, and on the exhalation, move your blessing through this spiral of love so that it touches everything in your life, past, present, and future. And just bow your head and feel a deep thank you within. Wonderful. Now take a deep breath again. And on the exhalation, just let it all go. Feel your body. Come back to the awareness of your body. And feel the roots of your body even more deeply grounded and centered within Mother Earth. Beautiful. And you may open your eyes. That, my beloved ones, is gratitude. May it fill your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, your being, but most especially may it fill your life. I am with you always. Namaste. Mm. Mm. Oh my goodness. I could have stayed there for a while. um, Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. And Shelley, thank you for sharing that with us. And we will certainly keep her in our hearts and send prayers her way. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and have just a lot of compassion. I know that for many people, regardless of where you live in the world, that holidays can be a difficult time. Can be easy to be a time of getting triggered, but just take Mother with you every step of the way. Keep pausing, keep breathing, maybe step out of the room when you need to, go take a walk, be in nature. Just know that in every moment, we may not feel like we're able to, but we can choose to lean into Mother and just surrender and let her support us and let her show us maybe a different way of communicating with our family members, or a different way of going about doing the holidays other than the way we've always done them if they don't really work so well for us. There's a lot of possibility, and I know that if we're just a little willing, Mother will do the rest. Thank you so much, Holly. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So glad you enjoyed the meditation. And love to you as well, Cher. Take care, all of you. Mwah. Have a wonderful week, and I will be back here and see you next Monday. Bye-bye.